Hello, hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path, where I realize that the stream tech we've been using has been messing up things for the last year, which makes me feel great. Because I would click on the Pathfinder thing on Streamlabs, and it would then go to a different game called Pathfinder for some reason.
Will, again, if it makes you
I
feel
hate
any
Streamlabs
better,
sometimes.
last
Sarah, no.
Saturday, I played Dragon Age Veilguard for 2 hours before I realized I wasn't actually live.
Did you think chat was just being very rude?
Look, it's not unusual for me not to have any viewers or chats, okay? Especially on a Saturday at like 4 p.m., I was not expecting anything. I swore I went live, but I think because Spectrum sent you've got a surge in the area, I might have just thought I went live, but actually just went down. Regardless,
That's
I
rough.
was very unhappy about that because that was Tasha's storyline. I'm so mad. But, c'est la vie. Tis what it is.
Good storyline.
It's a great storyline. So.
All right. But tonight, Will is here to do an intro.
Yes, hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of Strength of Thousands Adventure Path. Here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls, now streaming in the right category. Tonight, we have a show, but before we get into that show, a few announcements. Announcement number 1. We're locking in our characters for the next campaign for Monday nights. Matt's Art Deco setting. Come and check it out.
In fact,
Go watch YouTube videos.
the final family video should have finished rendering about 10 minutes ago.
There you go.
Hooray.
3 hours and change to render.
Yeah, that'll happen. Then on Tuesday night, tomorrow night, we're probably not streaming, but if we do, it'll be a later Sprout stream. Matt, Will, Sarah, TJ playing Final Fantasy XIV. Coils of Bahamut, if we can.
Possibly Realm of Shadow or Darkness, who knows?
Yes, World of Darkness, because Matt
World
has to
Darkness.
do Crystal Tower.
Yeah.
Worst case, just run that with Sarah. As much as I want to do World of Darkness with you, Matt, I don't want to stop your story progress because you're so close to Machinist now.
Yeah, if Will can't do it, you can hop over to my channel, and Matt and I will do it on my channel.
I want to cast Gun.
That would be
That's-
Machinist.
Speaking
Yes.
of
You'll
casting,
get there soon.
Speaking of casting Gun, on Wednesdays, Wild Ambition.
That was actually a really good segue.
I wish I could say I planned that.
I do
wish I
them
could say it.
sometimes. But yeah, Wild Ambition on Wednesday, Bug Politics. Will they side with the queen above or below the hive? Will a pair of twins have a new friend? And will Miss Honey Madeline murder every single bug in this hill?
Maybe.
She would be
Maybe.
justified, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
They're really bugging us.
Yeah.
Obvious joke is obvious. I apologize.
Low. It was low reaching. It was like right there. You were like,
I didn't have to move my hand at all. It was like this height.
put in it.
Tantalus wishes he was me.
Then
Dory's Day.
Thursday, we're off. Musing games. Friday this week, Astral Calling. Hopefully.
Base.
If not,
Yes.
we
If
finish off.
spoons permit.
If not, we finish off our starter tier list, and you can see all of my friends admonish the things I love.
Correct.
Yeah.
And Will and possibly a couple other people, I can't remember, continually accuse me of being a furry.
Stop acting like a
Accuse?
furry and we'll stop accusing you of you being one.
Listen, somebody wanted Canada to have a tail.
Yes, but I don't want to wear it.
No, you just want to watch.
Oh, God. God, this reminds me of Cooper's question during the Christmas one-shot.
So
Well,
what do you do
one?
Saturday, huh? What's on the channel on Saturdays?
Well, you can see more of the Tabletop Bros on Saturday. And then
Who
on
knows?
Sunday, it's the Cozy Co-op. Stardew Valley. Relaxing. Perfection. We will get to perfection.
Neither
Soon.
of those are equal to each other, Will. I would just like
Maybe
to
you'll
point
get
that
to
out.
Halloween.
They are both equal to each other.
I like Halloween.
When I tell you, I had a shutdown on
I
Sunday when
I
that
could tell.
happened.
I was like,
My
okay.
entire mental state shut down. I was so mad at myself.
Which is why I immediately was like, okay, into defense mode.
Who loves
Ugh.
Halloween?
It was all good. We got there eventually. And you
Yes.
got your favorite slime egg.
I did. I got tiger slime eggs, so now I have baby tiger slimes.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's the Strength of Thousands. That's what's going on with us. Matt, the show
Yes,
we're
sir.
watching right now, you're in charge of this one. I am chat. I have fully now play tested the character that I'm going to be running in the next campaign, and I'm mechanically happy with them. And now I get to make their personality, which is very difficult to do right now because I'm listening to Gideon in audiobook form,
As you should.
and there's a certain amount of Gideon brain rot that is happening because Gideon the Ninth is just such a well-written character. But do you know who the best character in Gideon the Ninth was? Magnus. Anyway, go ahead, Matt.
Hey, McKenna.
Yeah, we got Matt. Me and Emily got Matt Gideon for Christmas.
As you should. Oh my god, Matthew, how far into it are you?
I haven't started at all yet. I've had a
I
lot
don't
to
blame
do.
him. I've got
I-
2 books I said I was going to read, and I just have not had the mental capacity to sit down and read
I
them.
do have 2 books right now, but anyway, we are here this evening to play the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path, where we take the best and the brightest, as I've come to call them, through their whole career as students, semi-student adventurers, first-time teachers, and then experienced lore speakers and potential new magic warriors as they cross the various paths and locales of the Mogambia and the greater Moagi expanse, and even beyond, possibly onto another planet. It was never confirmed. It could have been inside a giant closet. Who knows? But tonight, we go closer in as the group has been shrunk down to smaller than an ant on a vast table of miniature, now large wonders. We recently deposed a tyrannical and kind of yandere, almost like ant queen. That was weird.
That was
Um,
weird.
And now you guys are dealing with some lovely some more bugs, because this campaign's all about bugs. Until the golden ending. There'll be no bugs in the golden ending. There'll be other things.
Oh.
Yeah, Matt's weird OCs gets to fight the party.
I love Matt's weird OCs.
Yeah.
You say that now.
Don't
you guys-
hurt us, please.
Oh, I will hurt you in a variety of ways.
Oh no, I'm so excited.
I mean, Zoe specifically, you've got some threads we have to tie up.
Or snip.
Oh,
Really?
Matt.
Or snip. Or, make a jumping rope out of. I don't know. What else do you do with threads?
Yeah, listen. Be entertaining.
Hey, I'm the weaver. Just
Ooh.
give them to me. I'll weave them.
You guys met some beetle merchants who were being harassed by a strange entity known as Uncle Cinder, who seems to be out in a bigger on the inside ash desert. And you believe he may have one of the tatters of Corriday's shadow, which you have been hunting for, which you need to escape this strange table. Because you made friends with a Norn who might be able to stitch them back together. And you guys managed to assemble with some great teamwork from the party due to some unfortunate rolls, but then some teamwork rallied it, and you guys managed to boost a crafting check up to the minimum you needed to assemble a sort of like sand boat.
Yay,
The
bare
sand
minimum.
sailor.
Yay,
Yeah.
bare minimum.
which will
As good
Which
as
will-
we're gonna get.
apparently
As-
cut your travel time down from like 3 days to like 1.
Which, as it occurs to me,
Yes.
we still have the feather tokens.
Oh,
We could have just popped the boat into existence.
Look, I won't lie to you. After the description of the clarification of those tokens, I did put them on my inventory as dumb blueprints for tokens. So
I personally am always in favor of you guys having to roll for things.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Also, I guess we have a plan B in case the thing that's made out of matches gets-
boat burns down. Got it.
It should be noted there are still slowly tumbling ashes from the giant stick of incense, which may or may not factor into your travel. So yeah, maybe having a backup plan isn't the worst idea in the world. But
That's very
Bef-
true. But also, we should probably pilot correctly to avoid that anyway.
you don't know, it might have been Narnia chat. You don't know. Who knows what happened after the final battle, the last book in this series, which is technically on a shelf behind me. But before we get into our sand surfing adventure, we have to know who is going to be the crew of the Sand Sailor, which maybe you guys want a name. It's a boat. Boats need names. I don't know. But we need your names first. So, McKenna, please introduce yourself, your character, any additional details you want to spit out into the universe, and the special question today. If you could rule over a planet in our solar system and populate it with something, what would it be?
Oh boy.
I
Hi,
have a
chat.
good one
My
for
name is
that.
McKenna Ray Tynan. I'm McKenna Ray Art on all of the platforms. Most of the ones that I can be on legally for now, anyway. Including now Red Note, which has been crazy. Get on Red Note, even if TikTok isn't going away, because it's wild what's going down over there.
It's hilarious.
Oh, don't worry,
It's
guys.
Great.
Matt,
TikTok. Never mind.
It's just a very wholesome cultural exchange of human beings who would otherwise have never come into contact with one another, and just again shockingly kind, very
What are
welcoming.
we if not all gremlin meme lords in the end?
Yeah, very that. It's been funny. Basically, it's been a bunch of Americans being like, "Hi, I hope we're not bothering anyone," and a bunch of like Chinese netizens being like, "You're fine, but you do have to pay your tax to be here." And Americans are like, "Oh, what is that?" Of course. And they're like, "Pictures of your cats, please. Give me cat pics. I'll dog pics if you don't have a cat, but I need
We will take
Finally.
your data through cat pics.
Civilization.
Thank you.
what would I give them? I don't have dogs or cats.
frog
You
pictures.
could send them pictures of Emily's cats.
Pictures.
Yeah, just, you know.
That feels like a
Emily has given permission. Emily
Okay.
says Joe.
Oh, wow, that was quick. Oh, look at the Joe pin.
Joe.
He's so sleepy.
Mhm.
So I am on there too now. For those who are willing to brave the depths of a new app, most of which is not in English. But tonight I am playing Avi, our Nyctera witch. Yeah, and maybe her familiar agate at some point. Oh, and my solar system planet, my planet that I would
Not Earth.
not Earth. So I'd have to pick a planet and then populate it. I have to pick up an existing planet. I can't.
Yes,
make one
and
up.
don't worry about it actually being something that could live on that planet because that rules out a lot.
It does, doesn't it?
You know, if we had a
Um,
nickel for every one of McKenna's familiars that was in some sort of peril, we'd have 2 nickels.
It's very rude of you.
How dare?
How dare indeed.
My baby boy. I guess I'd choose Venus because it's like closest to us. And it's the
Ishtar
planet of
approves.
love. If it's something that is automatically habitable just by virtue of me choosing it, I would love for Venus to be habitable. That sounds fun. Tropical, warm. Love all of that. And I guess I would populate it with mermaids if I can just have anything. Just make it a big planet of water and sea. and you get some cool mer people. I think that would be neat.
Slightly stretching the definition of inhabiting with things, but I didn't specify they had to be real creatures, so that's on
You
me.
did not.
Moving right
You
along to
did
someone
not.
who I'm sure will abuse that particular condition. Will, please introduce yourself, your character, and populate your planet. You
Hi
cannot
there.
use the one McKenna has used.
That's fine. I don't need mermaids. I'll leave that for McKenna, and all the Arnars
I
can
know I meant the
be
planet.
over there. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I already know which planet I want. But hello, my name is Will, also known as Tabletop Rolls here on the internet. Tonight, I'm playing Igara, Gama, Choco, and myself. But you can find me on Tabletop Rolls and all the socials, maybe even Red Note, Red Book. I don't actually
Red
know
Note.
Red Note. I don't know the name of the app yet, but we'll figure it out. But more importantly, for my planet, Jupiter, I would like Jupiter, and I would like to inhabit Jupiter with a organization of sentient androids.
Will, do me a quick favor.
Yes.
Hold up your hand so I can see them on camera. How many moons does Jupiter have? Keep them up, keep them up. Keep your hands up. How many moons does Jupiter have?
It has a moon. Matt, wait,
At
wait,
least one.
wait. Matt's an imposter. We don't talk about moons, Matt.
No, we don't talk about the moon.
We don't talk about moons, Matt.
All right, moving on
Actually,
to someone who I'm
moving
not going
on.
to quiz about moons. Zoe.
I think-
95 moons?
It has 95 moons.
Wow. Well, moon
That's
is
like-
considered
That's like
a
94 moons than we have.
similar chunk that rotates on its orbit, right? It's got
And
its
to
own
be fair,
gravitational orbit.
Those are only the officially recognized ones. It probably has some
Mhm.
like crummy small moons that are like, that's not really a moon. That's a part of another moon that broke up.
That's
Doesn't
no
surprise me given how
moon.
big it is. Got a
Anyway.
large gravitational pull. Anyway.
Matt,
Hello.
Matt
I
just
also have a
fully.
large gravitational pull. My name is Zoe, and I go by Zoe Pose. And my character also has a large gravitational pull, and her name is Ophelia. She's a pain in the butt sometimes, but she will never admit it. And let's see. As for a planet, I don't care which planet. But I would love some sort of Death Note situation that sends people to that planet.
Oh,
Goodbye. To the
So,
planet they go.
hold on. You want to rule over like a hell planet where people who are killed get sent to it and then you just rule over them?
I don't have to be there.
Oh, okay.
Zoe
That would probably be
Alchemy.
Mercury then. You
And
would
I already
probably
know,
pick
I already
Mercury.
know who I would give the Death Note to, by the way. I guess we could call it the Planet Note. I would give it to my good friend Severin, who has great taste.
Interesting. Feel there's a story here, but we will find out about that later, perhaps. And last but not least, the hero of Heraldin herself, Sarah. Please introduce yourself, your character, and outline your astral kingdom to us.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Sarah Margaret, also known as Cosmic DD 746. I'm actually wearing Cosmic DD hat tonight because of reasons. And I am playing Charlotte, the naughty toxicologist. And honestly speaking, I would probably say Saturn.
Pretty ring.
I thought about Neptune, but honestly, considering I would work towards a population of a new colony that is more established and is has a better governmental system and economic system and just restarting everything, just get rid of leave it all behind. I also like the idea of having rings in the sky all the time. So I don't know if anybody has ever been like that kind of person, but I love in fantasy when they have rings of a planet that are just overtaking the sky. It's really pretty. But yeah, I would just establish a relative new colony. Not that I'd rule over it, mind you. It'd just be a
But what would you
hey
populate it
deuces,
with?
we don't want to. What would I populate it with?
It can be just an animal if you want.
Kelpies.
Wrong choice.
Interesting choice.
Very cool.
Yeah, I would say would be an established Kelpie colony, but like we would work in tandem with them as humans.
And last but not least, it is I, your DM, Matthew, and I am really surprised no one picked this. I'm gonna take Mars, and I'm gonna populate it with what it is technically already populated with, robots. Fun fact, Mars is the only planet in our solar system entirely populated by robots.
It's true.
And they
As
sing
far as we
happy
know.
birthday sometimes.
They do, and when we go there, we have to recover all the ones that shut down and, like, hug them and say, "Good job, you were so good. We love you."
We have to
Nope.
give them their last rites. Damn it!
The last tweets from their accounts break me.
Yeah,
Oh
those hurt.
God, it is
Oof.
cold.
But
I hate it.
we will recover them because they were good probies. But anyway, that's all for introductions. Will, why don't you go ahead and smash that button and start the introduction video.
Let alone on me, but
And we're back. You will see. It's time for the strength of thousands. Yeah.
only half an hour.
Good attempt, Will. Good
Time.
attempt.
My best.
When last we left our adventurers, they had assembled their sand sailor, as of yet unnamed, and were preparing to set off. Now, I should note, you guys are under only the time constraints you have given yourselves, so if you need to get spell slots back or heal or something, you could rest for the night and set out with the first dawn of whatever weird sun this zone is you guys have found yourself in.
Mm,
It's a hazy, indistinct light.
I
let's
wouldn't
just do
say no
that.
to a full rest.
Yeah.
Would not say no to a full rest.
Can't hurt.
Who's ever wanted to camp out in the desert? Under the desert night?
Burning Man, baby.
Oh, my sleep
I
is.
think that's a very different kind of camping.
Igor, what is that? What is that?
All right, so
Considering he,
Is that a cult thing?
yeah,
no,
he's
it's
from
not.
a
It's
cult
not. It's not.
background,
It's not a
Burning
cult
Man.
thing. So what you do is this, okay? So you go
boy.
up into the.
This is
oh,
Igor talking,
shit.
FYI, everybody.
Yes, I'm trying to remember the actual name of the. I'm trying to remember different names of the regions of the world.
Akaton,
No, not Akaton. That's a different planet.
maybe.
So the main thing they do is burn a man.
To death.
No,
I
it's
mean,
the
if I
area.
recall, it's a giant wicker man, right?
Yeah, it's the Outlaws of. It's near Alcansar. What you do is you go to the deserts near Alcansar. I think it's called the Mana Wastes. And in the Mana Wastes, everyone gets together, and they have a massive festival each year where it ends with everyone trying to cast magic at an effigy at the same time. But because it's the Mana Wastes, everything, all the magic gets fucked up, so you never know what's going to happen to the effigy.
Oh.
A lot of drinking, drugs, potions, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
the like.
guns and guns. Alcansar is guns.
And guns.
We should go sometime.
It's not. No, I don't think we should actually.
I mean, as long as there's music.
I mean, yes. I mean, if look, Ophelia, if you were headlining, then yes, we would go. But actually, we could probably get you to headline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
To burn a man.
to burn a man.
To Burn a Man!
To burn a
Also-
man.
Also, it's a great place to exchange and acquire different drugs and goods, particularly
Oh.
mushrooms or substances, to experiment with and test and create more toxic chemicals with. I was young once, all right?
I feel the
believe
subtext
you.
is rapidly becoming text here. Anywho,
Can't read.
touche. So yeah, you guys can get a good night's rest. Feel free to refill your spell slots, heal up from whatever ailed you. You guys can set out with the first morning's light.
Well, nothing ailed us because we didn't have any alcohol, but
Boo.
Oh, boo this man!
Right.
thank you. Thank you.
Boo, boo indeed.
Anywho,
Wow, Zoe was quick on that.
I feel like Zoe's just ready because I think Zoe, out of all of you, has figured out the shit-eating grin I get when I have a stupid pun.
stupid pun upcoming.
Reminder,
Yeah.
everyone, we should play poker with Will for money.
Poker. I
okay,
barely know her.
Oh, there is an energy in the studio tonight.
Damn
I
it,
am
Zoe, I
unsure
lost
of
my
it.
train of thought.
God, I wish we were a studio.
Thinking
Right.
too much about poker.
Hold on, there's a mixed joke to be made about losing your train of thought and the trolley problem, but I haven't got it yet.
Anyway, so who will pilot this innocuous vehicular monstrosity that I have acquired and placed together?
Get in
As
that
a-
Shinji.
Driving.
As a reminder, the piloting check can be either, these are not in order, athletics, driving lore, sailing lore, because this is actually almost more like an actual boat than it is some sort of like car, or nature, oddly enough.
If only Chad was here. Chad can do any sailing checks.
Yeah, and as a reminder, you can hold up to 6 passengers in addition to 1 pilot and 2 crew, so you're all guys fine, though I imagine, much like managing inventory space in some video games, Gamma takes up several passenger seats.
I just unsummon him.
Okay. The boat has an AC of 36, fort plus 30, reflex save plus 24. It does not have a will save because it's immune to anything that would cause a will save. Hardness of 15, HP of 200. It's immune to critical hits and has normal object immunities and do damage, precision damage. It is weak 20 to fire, as pointed out.
Understandable.
Wait,
Yes.
Igora,
Yeah.
why did you unsummon Gamma? I feel like he would be the most comfortable thing to sit on this ship.
Do you want Gamma to be a chair? He's okay with that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Plus,
Gamma.
it takes a lot to come back.
Frog chair. Boom.
Form of chair.
Look at us. We're a regular old Animal Crossing group.
Oh my god.
What's that?
I don't know.
I like
Oh.
Camo Frog.
Well, we're crossing the desert now, so I will leave the driving up to the professionals and sit back and watch them. And she turns and looks at Avi.
I'm pretty good at driving, so I would like to do it.
Ooh, it has a speed of 80 feet.
That's
Gotta go
so
fast. All right, so we are going to set off. Now, I just need to check one thing here.
What? What? Why are you staring at me?
Mother, I crave violence.
All right, so oddly enough, the piloting check are not really what you need to worry about in terms of actually piloting the thing just through the desert. But we'll get to
Have a
that.
plus 30 to driving.
That's good. You'll need it.
Hey,
Hey.
So, you guys
fast
set
and
out.
furious up in here.
You guys set out into the desert, which is sort of a surreal thing because as you look at the map, the entrance to the desert is only like 30 feet sort of wide, but as you start moving into it, it just seems to keep going and expanding, and the walls of the pot seem to like recede off to the sides until they're like somehow far in the distance. And
Trippy.
at one point you blink and you just realize you're just seeing ash and kind of sand as far as you can in either direction, and you just have the vaguest kind of like weird haze heat in the distance where you think your destination is. And you see like slowly tumbling through the sky the flickering little fluttering ashes from the giant incense stick, which is like almost like an incredibly tall tree with no branches, weirdly off in the distance, almost half in kind of shadow, like not fully rendered in a video game. And you guys are just heading out, and you're driving, and like hours pass. Does anyone want to do any sort of check as you're just traveling along? Is there anything you want to look for? Is there anything you want to do?
I mean, I feel like after the first long distance where it's passed in a certain amount of time, we should probably see if we can't actually gauge where we're going, because now I think we have no general direction.
All right, so I'm going to say anyone who wants to can give me a perception or survival check. Oh.
46 survival.
Ooh, and that. Oh, wow. We're starting off strong tonight.
A 19? A 48?
29.
I hope we save some good rolls for
28,
later.
48.
Well,
I
it's
know.
actually quite good that you guys succeeded on this, because I tricked you. This perception and survival check was not really about finding your way. It's about technically searching, because as you guys are looking around, your eyes sort of like slowly trail up, and you notice one of these fluttering, slowly falling embers is actually falling a little faster than you first noticed and sort of towards you. Because of that, you guys now get a one-turn warning about the environmental meteor swarm coming at you.
Oh,
I'm sorry, the what now?
So, and here's the thing, you guys get to do a piloting check to make evasive maneuvers. And if you succeed, the result of your reflex save that you're going to make will be 1 degree higher.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would like someone to do a piloting check to evasive maneuvers.
Let's see if I can roll that well a second time. Okay, I'll take a 5. Oh, okay, that's a 13. All right. That's 13 plus 30, so it's 43.
The DC was 42.
Yay!
So, a 10th level meteor swarm is crashing down on your guys' location. So everyone is going to have to roll a reflex save, but because of the successful piloting check, if you get a success, it'll be a critical success. If you get a failure, I think it in part just a success.
Why didn't we install seatbelts
I
on
will
this
hero
thing?
point it.
Grab on the gun.
I will hero
Oh, no.
point.
Jesus.
There you go, that's better.
What's the DC, Matt?
The DC is 42.
All right, well, I don't crit fail.
So Ophelia
Ugh.
critically succeeds because of the evasive maneuvers.
How's a 31?
Not a critical failure. And just let me, I'm going to double check through the rules here.
I knew I forgot to install seatbelts. Oh no. That's on me. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I lied to you guys again. The piloting check is just for the reflex save for the boat.
Oh,
Y'all don't get
Oh.
buffs for it. It's buried in a big block of text. I'm having to read this a couple times.
Well, I never.
so what I'm
Well,
hearing,
that's not very nice.
we're fucked.
Look, we're in it. Boat is there, and I'm going to retcon that I put in seatbelts, so we're just going with the boat.
Uh-huh.
just go with the flow.
All right. So, and actually, there is 4 of you, so this is, well, I'm going to say
Back
Endures in
doors.
Darkness. Endures was inside Gamma's mouth the whole time. Keeping
Well,
moist.
actually, that makes a lot of sense,
That's what I'm
stupidly,
saying.
considering
yeah.
he's a mushroom in a desert.
You know what? You are right to do that, Zoe. I deserve that.
Endures in Darkness is the frog breath mint.
I'm not even going to touch
I
that.
don't. Yeah, no.
All right,
That makes
so
me think of frog breath from
starting
frickin'
from the top.
Nightmare. Yeah.
Igora,
Yes.
you fail, but not critically.
Yeah.
Charlotte, who re-rolled, you will succeed. Ophelia will succeed. Avi, what did you roll?
2
Oh yeah.
plus 29, so it's 31.
All right. So everyone, please remember what your result has been, and now I'm going to roll the damage. So technically, because this is a level 10 spell, because Meteor Swarm is normally a 9, it is heightened plus 1. So that's going to be 15 d10. And then I have to roll bludgeoning as well.
We don't
So
have to.
This is the fire damage. Oof. 90. So anyone who succeeded, you only take 45 fire damage.
And I take the
Okay.
And this is the bludgeoning damage.
Oh no.
34. So anyone who failed takes a total of 124 damage.
Uh-huh.
Actually,
That's not
you know,
bad.
to be fair, I should roll for Endures in Darkness's reflex save, even inside.
Avi is critically injured.
He succeeds somehow inside the frog. And anyone who succeeded the check will only take 62 damage. But good to know, this only happens once.
Yay.
And
I
you
would
guys,
die if it happened a second time.
and you rolled, what was it for the piloting? A success?
I
Yeah.
rolled. What did I roll?
19
high.
on 9?
It was a 13. It was 1 over. It was just a success.
Okay, so, all right. So now, because you rolled a success on that piloting check, this is the actual thing that gets improved by 1. So who wants to roll the reflex save? Do you want, because you're the pilot, roll the reflex save for the boat?
Well, is it my reflex save?
No, it will. You're just rolling the dice, and I will tell you what it's plussed.
Sure, I will roll that then.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take a 15.
So 15 plus 24, so that'd be a 39, which normally would have failed, but because you rolled this successful piloting check, it becomes a success.
Sorry, this boat only
Yay.
has a plus 24.
To reflex, yes.
And the
Yep.
DC is what for this
42.
spell? Wow, so they're like expecting you to fail. Fair enough.
Yes.
That
So that
seems suspect. Hey, Paizo?
now that means
what?
going to be half damage. It's for the fire, so that's 45, though it goes up by another 20 because of weakness. Hardness 15,
So it becomes 30.
30, and half of 34, which is
16, 17.
17. So yeah, you're fine. The thing has 200 HP, so yeah, you guys take a battering from this meteor swarm, but you survive, and the boat just keeps going to you. It's that thing in the movie where it crashes down, there's big thing of sand flying up there, there's smoke, there's fire, and then you guys just sail through it, like going off like a ramp or something made of the debris, like, ah! Very Mad Max-esque. What a wonderful day. Anyway, yeah, do you guys just want to keep going, or does anyone feel the need to do anything?
I wouldn't mind a heal.
I mean, it's
Um,
not if we keep going, I can just passively heal everyone for.
Yeah, you guys probably have several hours still of travel, so between
Sure.
Igara and Endures in Darkness, everyone can be healed up, thankfully.
Okay.
All right.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And also, I should note, because you guys have the good heals and everything, and ways of ensuring that the heals are consistent because of like assurance and medicine, the fact that you take 2d6 fire damage every hour is essentially negated
Oh,
because
okay.
it's so damn hot.
How
But
hot is it?
Okay.
the thing, the AP itself specifically says, but 19th level heroes almost certainly have many ways of reducing these environmental effects. I'm like, so why did you put it in the book?
In case the speedrunners who got here in book 1.
Oof.
And
There's-
can Gamma suddenly have like a big leaf that he's fanning me with?
I mean, Gamma can use his toes. He's webbed.
I mean, don't look at it while he's doing it. You pretend it's a leaf.
I guess if I don't look at it, it's weird.
I mean,
That's-
also, Endures in Darkness is a druid, so he can probably like conjure something like that for you very easily.
It's fine. Matt was terrible, and Matt killed a Gamma on last Thursday.
I didn't think actually Garl killed anything, did
Yeah, Shark Girl killed a Slurk.
I felt that whole game. I was- I did not have a good
That's what
thing of
Gamma's
rolls.
token is.
A slurk.
Mm.
Anyway, all right, you guys are. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
It's Gamma's token. I recognized him when Will pulled it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone has the need for speed.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Sonic, that you
Good.
were so
Sonic?
good in your recent movie.
Oh wait, I just realized.
Actually, I'm curious. So which direction he was going? Hold on.
Up towards Magnolia, away from the freeway.
Ah, got it. So he wouldn't
Alright.
pass by my way. That's sometimes
No.
that's hilarious. when with the fireworks and the 4th of July when they went off on my end, you also heard them in the same ones. I was like,
Yeah, this area of LA is like so quiet and quaint, and then every once in a while I will have someone tear through here like it's fucking Tokyo
the
Drift. And I'm
same
like, where
up
do you think you
Coldwater
are?
too. It's like
There's
that's
the mall is right there. The mall, Fashion Square, that's where you're drag racing? Okay.
As
Let me
Shikamaru would say, what a drag.
All right, so
Drag.
need you to guys do a little bit of theater of the mind here, and imagine there are no walls, and you guys are just in a big patch of desert, and there's like, for some reason the lighting's doing a weird thing here. There's like a little golden throne here, and beside it is this big fella.
Hi, big fella.
And you notice actually when he moves and shifts around, occasionally like a charcoal scale will like crack off and just fall off of him, and then sort of slowly start to regrow.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
Mm.
Oh, so he's a weird uncle, not a normal.
A wunkle, if you will.
Yeah, there are a
Wonka.
couple of those in my extended family for sure. We don't talk about them very often.
Oh
I can
God,
summon this one.
like the uncle from the Christmas adventure who was named Pelvis. And people are like, does he mean Elvis and he's just doing a bit? Uncle Pelvis.
God, I would hope so.
All right. Let's just check some block text here, I think, maybe. The golden ring. So yeah, basically you realize as you pull up, this whole throne isn't really even like a throne. It's just like a golden ring that was dropped into this and is now sort of sitting half submerged. So the part of it is kind of sticking out and you could like lean back onto it, like almost like you're sitting on one half of like a floating donut in a pool too much, and you can lean back in it. but it's sand, so it doesn't float down. And he's just sort of like lounging there, like freaking Jabba the Hutt, without any of his attendants. And he's like, "Hey, hello there. Yes, welcome to my kingdom."
I mean,
What's good?
could you consider it a kingdom if there's not actually any subjects that live within it?
Well, I consider all the light touches to be my kingdom. Like those bug merchants. How are they? Are they still scrabbling about in terror of me? What? What?
Not
And
anymore.
he notices he like keeps turning to his shoulder and is like muttering to something on his shoulder. No, shut up. I'm asking. Shut up.
Who are you talking to?
What?
Oh,
Thanks.
you're crazy.
They didn't want to give
Well,
me a
maybe
perception
someone's
check.
messaging him.
Are we really just going to assume?
Perception check.
that
Nat
this
20.
creature-
No.
oh.
What? Yeah, nat 20.
I
I
mean-
saw my nat 20 on the screen the same time your nat 1 came through, and I was like, wait, what?
That's so
Ophelia, it's understandable that you couldn't see this thing because it is literally a black something on this guy's charcoal exterior. And it's probably covered in soot and ash by now. But Avi, with her probably more night-sensitive eyes, spots what appears to be a tattered little bit of black cloth on this guy's shoulder that he keeps kind of turning and kind of conversing with under his breath.
You had a little sprite friend. A
What?
little fae friend.
A king has no friends, foolish outsider.
Oh,
Only subjects, only playthings.
do you have a subject on your shoulder?
No, there's nothing on my shoulder. Pay no attention to the cloth upon the shoulder.
Oh, so it's just a cloth that you're talking to.
Shut up. I didn't say that. You said
That's not
that.
very nice.
Oh,
I don't have to be
you're
nice. I'm king.
crazy.
I still think he could be talking to something sentient. He just doesn't want us to know.
It's okay. It's all right if you talk to yourself. I talk to myself all the time.
yeah.
There's
We're not
nothing
judging
wrong with it.
that. We're judging you for
I'm sorry, what was that?
subjugation of
Did you say
people,
something about judging me?
everything else.
What? What? Wait, too many
What?
people are talking right now. I can't. Shut up. Wait, stop it. I'm trying to have a conversation.
Look, dude,
How
we
would-
can see you talking to them. What's the
Where would I even get a sheep's bladder?
you
Oh.
give up? Who's asking about sheep splatters?
What? No. Too many people are talking right now. All right, so I'm going to make this very simple for y'all.
Okay.
You guys can totally become my minions if you want,
No.
but I need you to go smash the Beatles' water bowl.
Bye.
No, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Well, why not?
Because they need that to live.
So,
Would you give us anything particular in exchange, or is it just an idea of becoming minions? Because not that I'm entertaining this, but I'm just curious if, like, what the reasoning
he
or the
reaches over,
exchange.
plucks off one of his kind of scales, which does break like charcoal wood, you know how like crumbles like that, and crushes it in his own hand, and he says, "I will mark you with my royal dust, and you will be known throughout the land as my champions."
What does that mean, though?
I mean, you get to be cool champions. You get to walk around with like all this soot and stuff on your face. You'll look really intimidating.
So, like, no monetary gain is what you're saying?
What's monetary?
I figured that as
Avi,
much.
Avi will just hear in her head via the message. Do you want me just to like summon a tsunami on this guy?
Sick. I need
All
to
right,
get
obviously
my-
negotiations have failed here. I'm just gonna eat you guys.
Me.
And he
He
sits
didn't
up.
hear this.
Sorry?
Will messaged me. He didn't. This guy didn't hear that.
No, but he's just grown tired of this.
Aw.
Also,
Aw, and I was
technically,
hoping to argue back and forth with witty banter for another
Technically-
minute or two.
if you guys ask about the shadow on his shoulder, he immediately gets defensive and attacks. So,
All right.
Oh,
Well,
but I
that's
wanted to
fair
have
enough.
fun with it for a bit more. So,
let's have some fun.
All right,
This
everyone.
is sick. I want to go. Wow, no monsters in the chat apparently.
Shadow stick?
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all need Desna.
Everyone
Desna would
needs
fully
Desna.
support Lady Gaga. I don't know what you're talking about.
Love.
43.
Big love.
Yeah, big love. She would
Ooh.
want to play a love game. If you want love. If you
Let's
want
play
fame.
a love game. Play
What
a
is
love
happening?
game. One thing, one thing.
Will said,
game.
let's have some fun. So naturally, as
This
a child
beat
of the
is
early
sick.
2000s,
I want
responded, this beat is sick. I want to take a ride.
take a ride on your disco
Let's
stick.
play a love game.
Ah.
Play a love game if you want. Love if you want.
With all the people to sing that song, McKenna.
Two things. One, it appears
Yeah,
girls do
girl.
just want to have fun.
Strap it.
And two,
That's
is
fair.
that a taco bozo?
What?
That looks like a really good taco bowl.
Wow, called out.
Cap's dinner of the night. He made fried rice with pork belly, bok choy, peas, carrots,
Oh wow.
a lot of soy sauce, but it is very good.
Girl, he
Mm.
loves you.
Once again, Crystal Calf continuing proving to be the goat.
Now, hold on. He was wearing his house coat, so he's cozy calf tonight.
Oh yeah, Chef Cozy Calf.
I did notice that really cozy wardrobe he had. I was like, that looks so comfy.
Got two. Sometimes we like to match.
Aw, shut up.
You guys should get one for Dahlia.
Oh my god, right.
Yes.
Anyway,
She's like, absolutely not.
Charlotte, and then Avi Avi.
Oh, am I really? I'm
Yeah,
first?
girl.
Really?
Ooh.
Really? Okay, how far, technically speaking, let's gauge this here. My assumption is that this is the actual quote unquote distance I'm currently at.
Yes. This, with the exception of the edges of the map, everything is accurate in terms of distances.
Okay, so I can throw this then. All right, well, we're gonna start off strong here. Nope, no, we're not. Evidently not.
A little sand gets in your eye. Eyes.
That's
Which is really concerning because I don't think
Hey.
spiders can.
darn it!
blink.
I forgot to put
Roll
my
for
goggles down
perception.
again.
Thanks for the raid.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Appears
it's
to
been
be
a minute.
a goblin raid. Oh no!
Reds.
Hello, hello.
Protect your ankles.
Hello, hello. You just saw me forget to pull down
Welcome
my
to the party,
goggles
y'all.
in a sand desert. Darn it! I missed. I'll try again.
That's rough, buddy.
It's
I'm
concerning how
assuming that
often
won't
that can
hit.
be used. That's rough. All right. So just so we establish this now, so everyone can move along at a brisk pace, he has an AC of 46. He's
Jesus,
big.
Brimini
He's
flipping.
tough.
I will
He's got
never be
natural
able to
armor.
hit this guy.
Well, you might be able to debuff him and stuff. You also, it doesn't seem to be directly affecting you now, but he does seem to have some sort of aura effect, but it hasn't been triggered. It seems to be conditional.
What if it just didn't trigger?
What if I just blew him up?
What if
How
it
is
was
that
just
40
studio?
feet?
I like-
Ugh.
What are
No,
we
take
doing,
your turn,
McKenna?
Take your turn. I'm not doing anything. Charlotte's taking your turn.
All right, Charlotte, you have one action remaining. What are you doing?
I am going to move to a different angle. So 5, 10, 15, 30. Yeah,
I
there
can
we go.
be your angle or your devil.
Or your devil. God. Hey, by the way, chat, we're all old.
Be in the chat today.
You guys saying that makes me feel even older.
Boo. No.
I mean, if anyone's
Alright,
going to hurt party
it's
members
alright,
with
Matt.
AoE
Some
effects,
of
it's
us
going
are
to be Avi Avi.
millennials.
Mm.
Yeah, it's okay, Matt.
Me alone and
I'm a
let me measure
millennial with
things in
you. It's all
peace.
right.
Unfortunately, there's nowhere I can send to this without now hitting Charlotte.
You know what? Just because
Hey.
it's a mechanical issue and not an actual physical issue, I'll just say, if you want, you can 5 inches to the left. Because it is right on the edge, and technically speaking, you would be able to center it, like, in the air slightly behind him or something, so...
That's true.
Angles. You know, Angles.
And don't forget this kindness I'm showing you. It will come back around momentarily.
And that's
Fight
thinking
us in
with
the
angles.
proverbial ass.
Oh,
That
that's
sounds
Charlotte's
good.
whole turn. I'm sorry. I thought you still had another action.
No.
Oh, yes,
They
no,
moved.
that's it. I moved and that was it.
Oh
So.
gosh. Okay. That's okay. So first I want to make a roll about this guy to see what his immunities are because I don't want to deal a damage type to him that's actually just going to heal him. So what's
I would
what am
say
I rolling?
this would be a Arcana check because reasons.
Yay. Oh, that's a 16 plus 34. I think that's an even 50.
Oh dang. That is more than let's see. That is more than 20 his creature or creature combat rating or whatever. So I will tell you his immunities and weaknesses and resistances.
Yay!
Immunities, unsurprisingly, fire. He's
Sure.
immune also to paralyzed, poison, and sleep. He is weak 20 to cold, unsurprisingly. And he has resistances to piercing and slashing. Both are 20. So he's got some very good resistances. And I'll just tell you this for free because it's a fun thing and it'll also help you guys help me remember. His aura is you cannot recover from persistent fire damage while you're within 100 feet of him. So you don't even get to roll. It just keep burning.
Burn, baby, burn.
Okay.
No Inferno?
Normally, I choose sonic damage for falling stars. Fun fact, you can choose cold damage.
I mean, there was a whole Doctor Who episode about a cold star. I remember that one. There were ponchos.
Yeah. I just have to hope that his reflex save isn't very good.
Poncho.
Yeah, he's the size of a building. How could a building's
He
reflex
is
save be?
literally gargantuan.
Aha. Well,
Well,
again, because
the bigger they are, the stupider they are, so.
And as a reminder, I believe that DC is incorrect.
it's 42. I literally don't know what Roll20 is smoking.
Not a critical success.
Nobody ever does.
So he
but
will
it is
take.
still success. And
Uh,
now it's just a matter of like where I can put the 4 of these. I think theoretically I could put 4 of them down all around him.
each phone strategies increase.
All around me are familiar faces.
Choose the following strategy.
Wow, we're just pulling all kinds of songs out of our hats, aren't we?
We're a musical group. I blame Ophelia. I mean, there isn't anything in the rules here that say you can't just do us like a cluster.
As long as they're not overlapping, but because he's gargantuan, I think I can do it without overlapping the centers.
Yes, because the center is how big? 10 foot?
It's a 10-foot burst. Which is, again, not the same thing as a 10-foot radius. We got hung up on that last time, and it's what caught Ophelia in
Yes,
Crossfire.
so you could and there's 4 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of how the things work, you could sort of like do one at each corner of him, even though circles don't have corners.
Yeah.
You could clip him 4 times.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna clip him 4 times.
Yeah. Though admittedly, with
I
that,
fixed it.
I'd almost want to say at least one of those might get Charlotte.
I would rather not clip him with the center than clip Charlotte, but
I will
wanna make
reflex
that
if I
mistake again.
gotta.
Well, hold on a sec. Gamma is essentially like a 10-foot burst, right?
Yeah.
Can we make a copy of Gamma and just see if we can.
Is Gamma a 10-foot burst?
He's bigger than that now.
Yeah, Gamma is more than a 10-foot burst.
Yeah.
Not that I want to get hit, but like if it does the most damage
Well,
to the thingy.
I'm just looking if it's no bigger than Gamma, yes, we will be able to. I just think I'm looking at the 40-foot burst from each of the things.
Yeah.
So because 40 feet is a
Pew, pew,
decent
pew,
amount.
pew.
I think you're gonna have to clip Charlotte with one of them. Only on the 40-foot part, so
Unless
What if I-
do I save? Do I have to roll to save?
No, I don't want you to have to save for this. What if I just don't have the last one clip him in the center? What if I just have it be the outer 40 that hits him?
sure.
So that it
That's
does
fine
hit
then.
Charlotte. Because this is a more enclosed space.
Yeah, technically speaking, remember the walls do not exist.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
somebody's in
Yeah,
trouble.
you can get them with 3 centers. and
Crimes in
4
chat. Hey,
Oh,
So
oh, that
get out of the air fryer.
My...
the cat's in here. Oh
Got
no!
air fryer?
Oh no!
Hey, so Teddy can
The
open
tofu.
the air fryer. Teddy has learned how to open to worm his little paws around the handle
Oh,
and
no.
yank it out. I've watched him do it with my own 2 eyes. It was
Oh, yeah,
a feat that I
we had an
hope Kacho
in-person-
never learns how to do.
All
We
right.
had an in-person group, and I saw him doing it in front of all of us and everybody. I was just like, I'm just gonna let them all watch this because people think I'm crazy when I say that, and he does it, and everybody's
All
like,
right.
"Holy shit!"
So it's going to be 3 instances then of the 34 bludgeoning damage and 4 instances of the 57 cold damage. And that is
Alright.
4 separate instances of cold damage.
All right. So for bludgeoning, then that'll be a total of 102 because you said it was 3.
Yes.
All right, and then the cold damage is 35.
No.
Oh,
The cold damage is 57. 4 times over.
oh, are you adding the? Where are you getting the 57? Sorry.
Oh, you're looking at the one that Will rolled, which
Yeah.
is not.
Oh,
Sorry,
one
that
that
was
I
the one
rolled.
that.
okay, yeah. So 57 plus 20 each, so that'll become 77 each times 3.
Times 4.
Oh yeah, so the bludgeoning is the center.
Yes. The
Okay.
Chewy Center.
So, whoo boy, so that's 77 times 4. Oof. Amazingly, he's still alive.
How's he looking?
He's looking incredibly hurt.
Yay!
Good God.
Did I
Now
get
you
any
could just surrender.
No, I've never lost a fight. I heard no bell.
You're gonna
Um,
lose this one, buddy.
Well, not until I get to do a thing. It'll be fun. Especially because Gamma isn't within something to potentially AO out of a critical thing to prevent this. I was
Yeah.
worried that was potentially be happening. Now nothing can stop what I'm about to do.
Well, except for counterspell.
You do not have this spell, so you can't counterspell. So it is his turn now. So was that a 3-action spell? And 2-action. You have 1 action left.
I did the arcana.
Oh,
check.
that's true. Thank you. All right, so he is going to seemingly swell up a little bit, like he's sucking in a lot of breath, but then instead of exhaling, he just sort of smashes his hands onto the ground, and a variety of effects happens because he's going to cast a really cool level 10 spell called Cataclysm.
Oh.
So,
Miraculous.
oh damn it, it was supposed to roll the damages. Now I have to actually roll them. So basically, because it's a 60-foot burst, I can catch all of you.
Yeah.
You call upon the unimaginable power of world-ending cataclysms, ripping a small piece of each cataclysm and combining them together into one horrifically powerful attack. The following effects come down upon all creatures in the area. Treat the resistances of creatures in the area as if they were 10 lower for the purposes of determining each damage. Each creature attempts 1 basic reflex save that applies to all 5 types of damage.
Ooh.
So, flesh dissolving acid rain deals 3d10 acid damage. A roaring earthquake shakes them and bludgeons creatures on the ground, dealing 3d10 bludgeoning damage. I'll assume this doesn't hurt Avi. Because you're always flying, we've established this. A blast of freezing wind deals 3d10 cold damage. Incredible lightning lashes the area, dealing 3d10 electrical damage. Beating winds churn across the sky, dealing 3d10 bludgeoning damage to creatures flying in the area. So actually,
Yeah.
that evens out then.
Yeah.
So everyone will take one.
Everyone's gonna take a shit ton of damage if they don't beat this reflex save.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So please roll a reflex save, everybody.
Oh, I need to roll so high.
So low.
Oh no.
Oh, I so didn't roll high.
Oh, I didn't roll high either.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
Don't have a hero
dang.
point.
Damn it all.
36.
There's no-
That I'm going
Wow.
because that's technically a critical failure. I'm gonna
Wow.
roll a 0 point.
I don't have a
This
hero
is
point to
gonna
spend.
And I rolled another fucking 7. Well,
All right. So all right. So
Yeah.
technically speaking, actually, everyone, because we have an interesting mix here, there's one of them you wouldn't take, but then there's one that only you will take. So
mhm.
what I'm going to do here is I'm essentially, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically there's 7, but everyone is taking one less, and Avi is taking one less, but it evens out. So rather than the 7, I said 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. So 6 times 3 is 18. Oof. So that's 18 d10 damage. Because I don't think any of you guys have any resistances that would make any of this damage
No,
matter.
I
So it's the
don't.
types don't matter.
Mhm.
So everybody's going to take 18 d10 damage.
Well, that's nothing.
Let's see, rolls a lot of tens.
Oh, that's only
108
108.
damage to everyone who so everyone who failed takes that. Everyone who critically failed takes 216.
Yeah, I'm still standing.
And everyone who succeeded only takes 59. Yes.
Or-
Wait, what warrant? What was it? I critically failed.
You take
Yeah, it's the DC
216.
was the DC was 46.
The DC was 46, so you needed to get 46 or higher to succeed.
Yeah.
Endures in Darkness will
I'm really in a jam.
But that's all right. He's not going to
Yeah.
live till the next turn.
Me and my
Probably.
30 hit points against the world.
You are so lucky that he. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, okay. I'll just
All
sit
right,
here bleeding. It's fine.
And then for his final action, because amazingly enough, that was only a 2-action spell. He's going to chuck a rock at Avi.
Oh, I'm so dead.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Now, technically,
that, I think,
Cataclysm
crits.
would be a attack, so this would be number 2.
All right, so 44. Cataclysm. I don't think Cataclysm would
I don't-
attack well.
I don't
It doesn't
think
use the
that's
attack
true.
stat.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Fair
He
enough.
didn't roll the hit.
And it still
that's,
hits
That's
anyway.
coming from someone who is about to become unconscious because of this.
Yeah.
It'd be fine.
Two action.
Oh, and I
spell
went down on
more.
a crit, so I'm at dying too.
That's
So Avi and him have this dueling of amazing combatic spells, and then he rips off one of his own scales and chucks it at you. He specifically says in the rules, even if there are no rocks around, he rips off one of his own scales and they grow back, so he's never without rocks to throw.
Jeez, talk about
Yeah,
self-mutilation.
Avi is
Jesus.
super dead and super
Not
falling-
super dead, super unconscious.
super unconscious.
Double unconscious.
Quite unconscious.
You're unconscious in your dreams.
You are so deeply unconscious.
A couple of your past incarnations felt this.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since I was airborne, do I take fall damage?
No.
That's very kind of you.
I would say you lose consciousness as you fall, not immediately, oh, I'm out, and
That's very kind of you, Matthew.
all right. That's his turn. Ophelia, a lot just happened. You're wet, you're
Mashallah!
covered in rocks, you're burned, you've been electrocuted. Cold a little bit.
I hate this.
You should.
This is awful.
Yeah. Though he does look pretty hurt.
We're just gonna Bartong. Let's see what the plus is for that.
I love the mental picture. This combination of cataclysms happen. Ophelia just stands there, her outfit slightly ruined, her eyes narrow. She pulls out an instrument. Furious violin solo.
Angry.
Was it that meme from the Road to El Dorado?
Okay.
It's like intense music.
That I'm pretty sure is a critical success.
Yep. +3.
+3 to everyone. Gee, motivated. Goodness.
All right. How far away are we? Is this like
55.
65?
He does occupy the little square. It's the weird thing about circular icons.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's see what we can throw at him.
As a reminder, he does have resistance to piercing and slashing, and he's immune to fire, paralyzed, poison, sleep,
Let's see.
vulnerable to cold.
Okay, let's do this. Can he make a will save, please?
He
And
can
that is
totally-
not programmed correctly. I have to roll that based on what he rolls.
That's very fair. Will
saves
save. Not his best save, but he's still rolled a natural 15.
Ah, that's too bad. So let's see. 5d6. He's frightened 1 and can't circumstance or status bonuses for a round.
Oh no, my pocket bard is now useless.
He'll take 20 damage.
20 damage. Is it like just psychic damage?
This should be
Mental, yeah, okay.
Yeah, mental.
All of it seems to go through. Well, that's a quarter of his remaining health.
Excellent. And that's my
Endures in Darkness is going to run over to Aviavi and is going to quickly do a big old heal, probably level 7. The biggest heal he currently has prepared. No, pardon me, he has a level 9 heal prepared. So,
Damn.
actually, he didn't even need to get that close, honestly. He could have just done 2-action heal from over here. So that's going to be 9d8 plus, oh god, what is?
Oh, hey, question.
Potential answer. Lay it on me.
That cataclysm,
116.
wouldn't that hit the boat?
Oh.
That's a very good point.
No.
Fine, it's fine. We have backups.
I'm actually gonna say, so like Ophelia's like, man,
Lost in the desert
like-
on a boat with no name.
a light bulb pops above Ophelia's, and she just sort of turns around, and the smoldering, frozen, rock-peppered remains of your boat. Because technically, with no one driving it, I don't think it could have made a reflex save. You're like, oh, poop.
Darn it.
Oh, Charlotte's gonna be pissed. But yeah, you get 116 HP back, Avi. You are just on the ground though. You're like,
Oh
As-
yeah.
as you know, the green little energy with little tiny floating mushrooms just sort of tumbling through the air.
Oh, pretty. Jesus. Hi, Cheapy.
And then because Charlotte looks also pretty hurt, he's gonna try and run in that direction, but he doesn't quite get there this turn. Igra, you're up. Charlotte, you'll be up next. Please finish this guy again.
Iguro will spend 3 actions to summon animal. I'm going to use my 9th level spell slot, but I am a 9th level spell slot. But I'm not going to summon the cave worm. Instead, this time, I'm going to summon Nope, it didn't load correctly. Of course it didn't load correctly. This time I'm going to summon Oh. Okay. Does not like.
A shadow creature. Ah! Worm!
And the stat block didn't load correctly, but just know that it's now going to spend 2 actions to make a breath weapon, and I need that thing to make a DC 32 reflex save.
32?
Yeah,
But it has a plus 34 to reflex.
I know.
Still doesn't critically
Not a crit
succeed.
succeeds, so that means that I will deal half of 13d6 cold damage.
Damage is damage.
And cold damage. Blood.
So that will be 53 cold damage, half to 26, plus whatever cold weakness this thing has.
So 26.
Oh wait, 56 halved to, because the bard's
28.
and
28
then
then.
plus whatever cold weakness it has.
Annoyingly, he's still up just by a little bit. So
But-
because that's 48.
There we go. So that's all my actions for the turn. Charlotte,
All right,
finish this thing
Charlotte.
off.
He's looking pretty hurt.
Alright, well, I spent an action to craft, so I'm gonna craft real quick. Just like
I'm just picturing
multi-armed crafty.
the motion the characters would make in World of Warcraft whenever they were making something, where they just kind of move their hands back and forth in front of them.
Aw.
Yeah, but I got like 3 sets of arms, so it's very akin. Let's see if I actually roll high this time around. Nope. 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 That's another crit fail.
Oh, Bessie.
You
Yeah.
want to try again? Or do you have like a spell that can maybe automatically hit?
Yeah, probably. No, I don't. Not something that's not 2 actions. I have a magic missile.
It's
I
fine,
can hit it for
Avi.
1.
Avi will finish it off.
I just sit there in abject fear because I've got sand in all 4 of my eyeballs. Like, I
Oh.
think I'm blind.
And no
everybody.
eyelids.
And no eyelids.
What do you mean she doesn't have eyelids?
Spiders don't have eyelids.
Well, yeah, but she's an Anati, not a spider, technically. She could have
I have
eyelids if
third
she
eyes.
wanted.
Why do you think she has
And-
goggles? Anyway, all right, Avi, I guess it's your turn. You're on the ground on your back, and you've come back to life, feeling pretty bruised, pretty hurt. Like, did someone throw a rock at me? We were having this epic magic duel, and then a rock hit me? What the
Throw a
hell?
rock at me. I don't. That's not very sporting.
I could have sworn it was a rock coming at me from a distance, and then
Is
It
is
hit me.
standing a whole action?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But you don't have to stand to cast spells.
now you can cast spells from your belly.
The old, like I've done plenty of fights with my bard on their back.
Shush, shush, shush.
Avi, could you not cast an AoE spell for 5 minutes?
Never. Never. Avenge me, Avi.
What happened to you?
I'm blind. The sand.
The sand
Will,
has
would you
nothing
be
to do with
terribly
him.
mad if I caught your
No.
ice worm in a cone of cold?
No, you
I might
can
have
kill
a
the
turn
ice
on the
worm.
party.
The ice worm is immune to cold, so you can't damage it with cold.
Okay,
You
that's
might like
kind
it,
of what
actually.
I was thinking, but
Yeah.
that is 30. That is 40 cold damage for a 42. Am I gonna have to go through and fix the DCs on every
Yep.
single fucking spell?
Yeah, I am.
Roll 20. Do better. Oh,
calling you out.
Sorry.
well. I guess that's that on that.
I
You
really-
know, for
and I
such a
will-
big old guy, he seems to be missed a lot.
You know what?
Yeah, I will get back up in the air with my last action.
You see, I learned my amazing dodging techniques from my uncle, who was a castle.
You want a
Ye-
fucking cookie?
No,
But-
but looks like you could use a little hot salsa for those chips.
We can
Don't.
Hot salsa.
You got.
And he is
that's
going to use
terrible.
volcanic eruption.
Oh my god.
Oh, son of a nutcracker.
Though hold on. I think he has to move first to do this. But he's got a speed of 50. He'll be fine. He has to get within 30 feet of you guys. So he's at so if yeah. I'm just gonna circle around the worm. The worm can take an AO if it
The
wants.
worm doesn't get AO, but is that
Gamma
where,
will?
that's where he's going.
Yeah, I'm not going close to Gamma.
Do-
I see that tongue.
Yeah, he's.
I see
one-
Greninja with his tongue scarf.
Ah!
Listen, y'all knock it. Tongue scarf is super powerful.
I never said anything about the tongue scarf. Well, that's not true. Check the tapes.
It's gross. I'll
So
say it.
I still have my reaction. No.
Action. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't technically a spell. It's an ability.
Ooh.
Oh, boo! Boo on you,
Oh, I
sir.
say.
Sorry. It's because it's literally he's got a volcano in his back and he's just flexing.
No.
So I need everyone within
Shut
30
up,
feet
Jimbro.
to take a reflex save,
Disgusting.
Oh.
which will be everyone.
Wow. No!
Point
Can I
better.
use that floating hero point, please?
Yes.
Go ahead. Take it. Take it.
Take it.
The worm gets a 36. What's the
Okay,
AC? What's the
okay.
DC?
The DC
Better.
is 46.
46. Okay, so the worm
DC
crit
16,
fails.
so
The worm is
40.
gone.
35? No, 45. 45 is not going to be enough, is it?
Oh.
Not the crit fail.
The
again.
DC is 46.
So 41's a fail for me.
Jesus Criminy Christmas
So-
It
tree.
was so
Who-
close.
All right, who all? All right, so
Okay, so Igor failed, Gamma succeeded, so we both failed.
Avia or Ophelia, you rolled a 36.
Is this where we wipe?
So I think
No.
you critically fail. Whew. So all right, anyone who failed takes 82 fire damage.
Well, good night.
I'm still standing.
And anyone who critically failed is going to take 164 damage. Endures in Darkness is still up as well because he critically failed the first big giant spell. So he's at 70. Ooh, Endures in Darkness is pretty hurt though. He's at 72 out of like 236. And anyone who critically fails, and you take the double damage, and you're also encased in a rocky crust with lava on the inside. You are restrained, can't breathe, and take 24 persistent fire damage that you can't recover from until you're freed.
Rust.
I'm so dead.
Rusty.
Ow.
Um,
I'm
all right, so
just
who's still up?
out.
Who's still up?
Oh,
Oh, Ophelia's
but
tougher
very
than I thought.
restrained.
Yeah, I'm still fine.
Ophelia, are you restrained?
Yes.
Okay.
And now it's my
I'm taking a little spider nap.
fire damage.
Yeah.
I'm still
20.
up.
All right, 24. Now, admittedly, you can't breathe, so anything you are restrained. You're not immobilized, so if you have any spells that don't require a verbal component, you can do them because restrained doesn't mean you can't move your arms and stuff. You just can't move from the spot.
Oh, interesting. Let's see. Let's see, shall we?
And technically, just because it says you're encased, doesn't well. No, I think you're supposed to be encased because otherwise, how could you breathe? Or how you couldn't breathe?
Mm-hmm.
Endures in Darkness is going to be next, and oh, Endures in Darkness has something that could potentially help finish this really quickly. Ray
Please.
of Polar Ray.
Oh. Why didn't he use that before? Oh, he's
He's
healing.
healing Avi. He's had one turn.
That's all right. Good. You've been doing so good, buddy.
Successful. A+. Full marks. putting that in the report. I can't say that. I'm just saying that
So-
in my head.
Weirdly enough, Phantom Orchestra does not use the auditory trait.
Does it have verbal
There's no-
component to the spell?
Verbal component.
Oh,
So when
Let
you
me-
go to the cast, it should say like somatic material.
How many
Hold on.
actions
and
is
or
it?
verbal.
I'm looking.
2.
Actually, yeah.
The only
Oh,
sound.
it does. Oh no, that's the effect.
Yeah, the
Yeah, it-
sound comes from them. So
Yeah, there isn't. It doesn't have. It doesn't say. It has the manipulate trait, but it doesn't have the somatic trait.
It is a ghostly orchestra.
die.
Could you potentially?
Take a little damage. He's gonna have to make a fort save. I'm sure that's his best save, though.
Yeah, but he's got so little health left unless he critically succeeds, knock on wood.
Putting that out into the world.
Hey, Matt,
Yeah?
roll low. Roll low. Damn you.
I didn't critically succeed.
Okay, so let's see.
I'm like, what? Jesus.
Bard song. Adding bard song.
Now, question though, would you have to maintain Bard Song this turn?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Now,
So it would just
I'm
be
in.
55. Halved.
Yes, which is enough because he had 12 left.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a little rough. How do you like the AoEs, Avi Avi?
Mountains good. Wow.
Are the volcanic encasements still ongoing?
Technically speaking, yes, but Endures in Darkness has enough healing that he could potentially keep you guys alive until someone breaks you out. Like Gamma could probably bust you guys out of these things pretty quick. So
Just
I'm not gonna make us track the combat rounds. Both of the healers are still up. And one of them's going next, and then the next healer is going next with a Gamma. You guys are not concealed in any real
As
danger.
soon as combat ends, as soon as she casts that, she's gonna cast mirror image outside of the thing. And if you don't get me out of here right now,
Pointing at the thing.
God.
It's like a raid mechanic. You have to get the other players out of the rocks before the next phase.
Now you're talking like a true Final Fantasy raid player.
I mean, I'm sure I've done that in a WoW raid at some point too.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh, that was a nice. Thank you for another hero point, Crystal Calf. That's very helpful.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
Oh,
Where are the
God.
eggs at bake?
you know what? I think breakfast is one of my favorite meals, honestly.
It's amazing
Of
how
the
much our
three.
brains are the same, so.
Actually, I love brunch because brunch usually is a buffet.
Ooh,
Or at least there's mimosas.
Saturday morning, I had a full-on sausage and potatoes with eggs and cheese. Oh, so good. Now I'm hungry. Damn it. Also unconscious. But
So,
that's neither here nor there.
as tiny little sonic explosions take this guy out, each sonic explosion revealing a tiny little ghostly musician playing an instrument that just acts as a little tiny sonic bomb, which explodes him and he falls into a bunch of pieces. The little flap of black cloth flutters to the ground. Would anyone like to collect it?
Well, I'm still encased in a volcano, so
I'm going to say this has been a couple minutes now. You guys are brought up to you're no longer in danger. You're still probably pretty badly hurt, though.
Is there a particular like amount that I should put on mine? Because I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you guys are at least brought up to like 20 HP. But as
mean,
Will has pointed out
It
many
takes about
times,
40 minutes for us to get the party full.
one day I'm actually going to ask us to calculate that.
So
Do I get
Because there's a lot of health right now.
So I can do up to 6 other creatures. I auto succeed at whatever DC I have programmed right now at the DC 40. I auto succeed.
Okay.
And it's automatically a critical success because I
Well,
have risky
if-
surgery.
If
So
somebody wants to,
that's 104. That's 120 something. That's after 20 minutes.
no,
Okay.
so I mean, I also just have a whole thing of like a bunch of elixirs of life as well. So like if somebody just shoves one in my mouth, I'll be fine.
This battlefield also must be quite crazy with the amount of different elements thrown around, the power and impact. There's probably sections of the ashes here that have been turned to crackly bits of
Oh.
glass.
Ooh, pretty.
Also, a lot of weird ice because you guys very specifically targeted his weakness, which was very good.
Eh.
You learning.
Well, I would like to go over and check out the bit of shadow.
All right. Are you going to? It's just a little bit of cloth on the ground, and it doesn't seem to
Yeah.
be dancing like potentially
Like
the
it
other ones. I
was.
don't know. Remember last one we got?
Oh, okay. Can I roll some kind of check? Maybe Arcana?
Sure.
Well, an 8's not going to get me too far,
You're-
but I think that's still a 42.
Yeah. You are pretty sure this is another
Yeah.
scrap of Corday's shadow.
Oh,
This is what you're looking for, and you've taken care of Uncle Cinder for the tribe, and the merchant beetles did promise you some lovely rewards.
Oh,
And
Well-
because you have unlocked the faction now, they have wares that you can also buy in addition to the rewards.
Oh, what's
Oh,
their faction?
wares.
What's their faction armor set like?
It looks like chitinous beetle stuff.
Okay, it's basically the crow armor set then.
Yeah, and you can acquire it out in the world if you are actually like clever enough to go searching for it.
Well, guys, maybe let's not buy any armor because we're not going to be able to wear it once we get big.
I would
again.
imagine. I would imagine that.
Could be
any
good for
armor that we-
transmog.
I
you
would
know?
imagine any armor that we pick up would like be raised up to our size.
I mean, if it's something big enough, we could probably. I would love to put a little armor set on Webley. Wouldn't that look adorable?
Yes, let's
Oh,
give the
that
spy
would be
armor.
so cute.
I'm not gonna retcon that Webley's been dead for days. He got hit with one AoE spell and burned up. No.
Why?
I'm not
Sir,
going
I'm
to.
buying a
I have
plane ticket
plans
right
for
now.
Webley. I have plans
I'm
for
buying
Webley.
my plane ticket right now. I have my passport. Don't threaten my Webley.
Webley is still a
Oh,
bullet in
wait.
my revolver. I have not pulled that trigger yet.
All right, Chekhov, calm down.
The navigator on the. Was he the
the
navigator?
one with the gun.
I'm thinking of Star Trek. What was Chekhov's position? Anton Chekhov. He was him and Sulu.
I
One
really
was
named him Anton Chekhov.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's pilot.
Is he like what was the difference between him and Sulu's jobs though?
So,
You know, it doesn't matter.
technically speaking, Anton Chekhov was in charge of transporter. Yes, he
What?
coordinated the beams.
I didn't realize they had a bridge station for that. Oh well. Anyway, do you pick up the scrap of the shadow?
If it seems safe to on a 42.
It doesn't. Yeah, you're. There's nothing inherently dangerous about it. Like it's
Yeah.
not going to like bond with your skin and make you dance weirdly in the street and give you a bad haircut.
Yeah, sure, I'll pick it up.
Yes,
That
that
was
was
a
a
mass
Spider-Man 3
reference.
reference. You pick it up, and you do start to hear a little voice, but it's not a bad voice. It's in fact, it's very nice. It's a complimentary voice. It's saying like that was really impressive what you just did there with that concentrated magic spell. You are obviously the most powerful spellcaster in this party.
Oh, I don't know if I'd say that, but thank you.
You should take some of this glass from the all the destruction on the ground and make like a crown for yourself. That'd be cool. That'll show everyone else that you're in charge.
I'm not in
Oh,
charge. That's
I
so
feel-
silly.
I mean, look at
Yeah.
the
Oh God, Ophelia can't touch this.
Look at
Avi,
these.
Who are you talking to?
Look at these bumbling
Little
fools. They
bit
don't
of
know what's going on.
Cordea's shadow.
We're fools. We're fools,
It
man.
Just
doesn't
so-
sound a whole lot like Corday though.
You're so cool, Avi Avi.
What is it?
That's so sweet. Oh, she's just saying really nice things.
Those
to me.
glasses are just so. they're just great. You look
I'm
amazing.
not wearing glasses.
Does Avi have glasses?
Sorry, I was thinking of another character McKenna plays.
I have not played for
Hey, I'd like to correct for anybody in the nerds in chat because that would bug me. We were wildly incorrect and we mixed up a certain iteration. It's Pavel Chekhov.
Oh,
Okay.
Pavel Chekhov. However, in the 2009, he was played by the late star Anton Yelchin, who passed away.
that's
No,
what I'm
just
getting
soon
at.
after that. Yes.
What are the
but-
odds that a guy named Anton is playing the guy with the last name Chekhov?
Not
That's hilarious.
unheard of, honestly. I believe he, during interviews, also made that interesting joke. Mind you, he was originally portrayed by Walter Koenig, who died the year I was born.
Oh, Walter.
Anyway,
on
this has
Babylon
been
5.
Deep Dives with Cosmic Deity.
Watch
So
Babylon
this
5.
is supposedly Coraday's shadow piece, is it not?
That is a great point. You're so smart.
I
And he was a
asking you,
navigator.
Matthew, the DM.
Okay. Yes, it is part of Corday's shadow.
Fascinating
Right.
that this like weirdly power hungry thing is a part
Oh,
of Corday.
I seek
guess
no
she's-
power. I would not dare to. You would see through my schemes right away.
Well, that doesn't seem accurate because you're kind of telling me to like make a crowd, and you were making that guy all crazy.
I'm just saying, you do all these amazing, devastating things. People should know how awesome you are.
I don't do it so that people know I'm awesome.
You guys
I-
are all
I do
looking
it
at
to
this.
help my
Avi Avi
friends.
is like talking to a little scrap of cloth in her hand. And you only hear one side of the conversation.
Yeah, Ophelia, you're not allowed to touch that cloth.
Neither are you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Endures in Darkness goes, "Can I touch it?"
No.
No.
Legitimately the only person I trust to hold that is Avi Avi. No offense,
He's
Charlotte.
He's right. He
Everyone's
knows
being
his
so
frailties.
Nice to me.
Oh no, you're right, and you should say it.
Yeah.
All right.
Shadowy things.
Okay.
I mean,
could
like
do something with
honestly, raise your hand if you have had shadowy voices talk to you and tempt you into doing things before this moment. Ophelia,
You can't see
raise
it,
your
but I'm
goddamn
raising my hand.
I am so tempted for Endurance to raise his hand and reveal some dark secret, but no.
Do you want to repeat that,
Ooh.
Jade?
All right,
Not
well,
all-
Ophelia.
Manipulate.
Throwing the shade about shadows. I will see myself out now. Thank you.
Um,
I'm just
but-
gonna tuck this away in the bag of holding, and it'll be no problem.
I support this decision because it's good.
Thank you. That's
Oh.
really sweet.
Yeah, but also Ophelia, at this point, you could point out the destroyed boat.
I mean, they can see it.
Oh, we're so cooked.
Well, I mean, it'll only take 3 days to get back on foot through the desert.
Charlotte, do you want to just fix the boat?
Well, I don't have the materials and to fix that.
I mean, if you
Horrid
rolled a critical
monstrosity.
success on a crafting check, I'd let you do it.
Okay, so also just hear me out. Why don't we just use the feather boat?
Oh, I guess I
Oh,
can
that's
craft
true.
another charm for it.
Like we literally have this. Let's use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of walking around for 3 days like a bunch of lamos.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't actually have it. I gotta make it. So give me a second, please.
Let us know if you need any help.
I mean, given my luck this past days, probably.
Something, if you put the negativity into the world will give you negativity.
Yeah, let me roll
Sure.
10 crafting.
Let's go with that. That's a relative crafting of one.
18 plus.
Cool. Do I successfully make myself a little token? Because all I would generally have is the blueprint, so I gotta make it.
I just rolled a 44 to aid with the crafting.
I would say yes.
Okay. Here you go.
All right. I am going to
It's not my crowning achievement, mind you,
Say,
in crafting, but
just-
it'll do.
just because I do want to get this last bit done tonight. I'm going to say you guys managed to get on the feather token. You sail back to the merchants. They celebrate your victory, and as a thank you for freeing them from the tyranny of Uncle Cinder, they are going to give you a major Quicksilver mutagen,
Oh.
a major Serene mutagen, and a Scroll of Heroism 9th level. They also
Oh, a major quick
open up some of their stalls, and you guys can maybe take a week to think about this if you want. You can now purchase common items of 16th level or lower, scrolls of common spells of any level, common spells, and they have some nice special items that they especially kind of show off to Avi Avi.
Oh.
Some tomes for 2 different rituals. And give me a quick perception check, Avi Avi.
That's a 2 plus 29.
That's good
31.
enough. When they're showing you these 2 tomes of rituals, you look at one. One is for the freedom ritual, and one is for the atone ritual. And when you look at this second one, agate in your bag wiggles.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I look in my bag.
She is as she was.
But a response is a response.
When was
The last
as in
time you looked at her.
Damn it. What's the second one? The second one?
The atone ritual. And I will
Oh.
say what that is about. They explain in excited tones. This ritual can help a truly penitent creature atone for their misdeeds, typically actions contrary to your deity's alignment or an anathema to your deity. If the creature isn't truly penitent, the outcome is always a critical failure. The ritual uses nature if the target is a druid, and religion in all other cases. So
Okay.
it's mostly to help someone, like, people talk about atoning for something they've done. This ritual actually help them atone for it. It's actually helped them with that.
Interesting. How much for this one?
That is something that it doesn't actually tell me here that we'll go over probably in between games.
Or maybe I can just have it because I killed the guy who was being super bad to you.
Well, that's why you're getting the mutagens. These are for sale.
Ah. I don't know what the mutagens do.
The Quicksilver mutagen, for 1 hour, you gain a +4 item bonus to acrobatic checks, stealth checks, thievery checks, reflex saves, and ranged attack rolls. And you also gain a +20 foot status bonus to your speed. You just like fast and real quick. Drawback.
Little Roadrunner legs.
You take damage equal to twice your level. You can't recover hit points lost in this way by any means while the mutagen lasts. So you guys would
the
take...
mutagens for you.
Yeah, they have a downside. And you take a -2 penalty to fortitude saves. So maybe not the best thing to use in combat necessarily.
Oh.
But if you
How
need to
long does
do...
it last?
It lasts for 1 hour.
Good lord.
Your features become thin and angular. You become swifter and nimbler, but your body is also fragile. And then there's the Major Serene mutagen. For 1 hour, you gain a +4 item bonus to will saves in perception, medicine, nature, religion, and survival checks. This bonus improves to +3 when you attempt will saves against mental effects.
Oh.
When you roll a success on a will save against a mental effect, you gain a critical success instead, and your critical failures on will saves against mental effects become failures instead. But, drawback, you take a -1 penalty to attack rolls and saves DCs of offensive spells, and a -1 penalty per damage die to all weapon, unarmed attacks, and spell damage.
Okay.
Essentially the Witcher stuff when you really think about it, it's all the Witcher buffs.
Gotcha.
All right, and a scroll of ninth level heroism.
Ninth level heroism.
So it's going to be a +3 status bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, and skill checks, and that lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out how much that ritual is next week.
Yeah, but
I
thank
only
you.
have 34 gold, so I hope it's not a lot.
Thank you all for joining me tonight. You guys did very well in your counter against Uncle Cinder, despite him putting out an impressive amount of damage in a short amount of time.
Sure
I
did.
saw my god for a brief second.
And she was an old lady spider knitting a sweater. Grandma Spider.
Reminded me of home.
Yeah.
Anywho.
So be sure to join us next week as we go for the next, because I think you guys have half of Corday's Shadow, I think. I think it's 4 pieces, not 5. But there is still the matter of what are those titanic figures you've been seeing in the distance duking it out have been. And who knows what has been going on outside the table while you guys have been down here. But we'll find
Yes.
that out next time.
So thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of the Strength of
Strength of
Thousands Adventure Path. Don't forget to check out many other shows here on the channel. Tomorrow night, Sprout, or possibly not. Wednesday night, Wild Ambition. Friday night, Astral Calling. Otherwise, we'll see you all on the next one. Actually, we're on Twitch. I might as well raid. We're also going to do a raid.
Raid
Raid.
for glory.